Let's work. Turn it down and listen to the experts. Gotta give a shout to the Talking Junk Network. Showing love, hosting battles, playing dope joints. The break room topics always staying on point. Never disappoint. We'll never need a makeover. We here for the takeover like Jehovah. Talking Junk break room takeover on the podcast. Dropping bomb facts on demand like Comcast. Now drop a comment whenever they're going live. Hit the YouTube channel right now and go subscribe. Peace.
Talking Junk Network,
where entertainment lives.
Welcome to Talking Junk.
I'm your host, Jason Melendez.
Live now every week.
Talking Junk.
A multitude of professionals in different aspects, different walks of life.
You have to come on and talk junk like a normal person.
Welcome to Talking Junk, the podcast that usually comes to you live every Tuesday night, but due to Florida weather, it's coming to you live Thursday night. A little bit early, 6 o'clock, but we're talking about an early morning product today. So why not give it to you when everybody's eating dinner? And what's better for dinner than breakfast? We're here to talk about syrup, the syrup for cereal. And I'm here with the co-founder, Greg Michaelson, to talk about his genius product, because I know this right here has to be a cash cow. So without further ado, one half of the great minds behind product, Greg Michaelson. How you doing, Greg?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How's the weather over there?
It's actually hailing a bit.
Hailing a bit.
It's weird weather. We're out in northeast Nevada. It's kind of desert country, but this time of year it tends to rain a bit. So it's muddy and cold and haily at the moment.
Do you experience hail a lot over there?
Not too often, but from time to time. This is the time of year for it, I think.
Okay. Because there was a bunch of hail over here in Florida not too long ago, and I'm still a rookie out here in Florida. I've only been here about four years, I think.
Weird.
So I really don't know if it's common, but from what I've heard, not a lot of hail is supposed to happen out here. This happened multiple times since I've been out here.
Huh. Well, I blame you.
Yeah, I blame myself too. I told them that I brought the northeast weather down here. So we're here to talk about syrup. Are you an inventor by trade?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur a bit. I started my first kind of experience with small businesses was joining a startup called Data Robot back in 2015. It's a tech startup that got really big, actually. And then since I left Data Robot, I've started up a few things. I've got a software company, but syrup is my first love. So yeah, that's the main thing that we're making right now.
Now it's funny. I haven't told my mother about this product yet, but my mother is kind of the first person that kind of put me on to syrup with cereal. She used to put chocolate syrup on top of her frosted flakes.
Nice.
And we all used to think, what the hell is she doing? Until we tried it, and it was amazing. How did you actually come up with this concept?
Well, my partner and I, his name's Andrew, neither of our moms would buy the good cereal when we were little. So we always ended up with generic Cheerios or something, the worst possible stuff that no kid would ever want to eat. But they would, we complained about it and they would let us pour sugar on top. So I think every kid is hopefully poured sugar on their cereal at some point. It's kind of awesome because you get down to the bottom of the bowl and you've got a little bit of that undissolved sugar left, and it's just like super, super good.
Right. It brings the potential out in the cereal.
Yeah, totally. It's just everything's better with a little bit of sugar on it. So, but that was the start of the idea. We back in probably the end of 2021, we started talking about this idea. It's actually my partner's idea. We were in the parking lot of this warehouse, and he passed me over a piece of paper that had the word syrup on it. Of course, I'd never seen the word syrup before. And I was like, what are you talking about? What's going on? and he explained the idea, and I was like, well, shoot, that doesn't seem too hard. So we started developing it, and it took about a year to get the recipe right. That's complicated. We could talk about all that, but we got 13 flavors created, and the rest is history, I guess.
Well, what's your favorite flavor out of the 13?
Peanut butter is so delicious, but I hesitate to say peanut butter because it's hard to make, and we don't actually have any right now. So my favorite flavor that's currently available is the banana flavor. I love banana cream. It's super good on Cheerios. Coffee flavored syrup on Cheerios is incredible. Lemon cream on Cheerios, unbelievable. I like the fruity ones on fruity cereal. So like a Fruit Loops or a Fruity Pebbles goes really good with like a strawberry or a raspberry or
I could see that.
Or like an orange flavor. So it's hard to choose a favorite, but you tend to make pairings, like this cereal with that syrup.
Right. I can see that. Now, which was the first flavor that you guys started to concoct?
So we started with 4 flavors. Marshmallow, which is by far our best seller.
Has to be amazing.
Oh, dude, it's so good. But there's a whole story around marshmallow. Strawberry was the second one. And those are both water-based syrups. So they're, it's water and sugar and fruit and flavorings and that sort of stuff. And then the third and fourth were peanut butter and chocolate hazelnut. Both of those are oil and nut based. And so they're a little bit harder to make because the sugar doesn't dissolve in the oil. And so you have to grind them up.
Now I missed that for a second. It kind of skipped out on me. Which were the 2 last flavors that were nut based?
Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate hazelnut.
Chocolate hazelnut. Okay, yeah, that makes total sense.
It's like liquid Nutella. It's so good.
Ooh,
It's just
sounds amazing.
But we've never been able to sell it because it's hard to make. It's because you got to grind the particle size down to like 25 or 30 microns. Otherwise, it separates. Like if you ever bought like natural peanut butter and it's got kind of a layer of oil on top.
Right.
So anyway, it does that. And we're trying to prevent it from doing that because it's not very, it doesn't look very good if it's got a separation on there. So we never really brought that one to market, but it's by far the most delicious thing you've ever tasted.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys will figure out a way to formulate it to where the oil doesn't kind of sit on top. But it sounds amazing because all the best peanut butters have that oil on top to where you got to mix it for like 10 minutes before you get the creaminess out.
Yeah, it's so good. The oil-based ones are amazing. But yeah, you just got to grind them up. That's the only thing. You need a special machine like a ball mill or a colloid mill or something to get the particle size down. And then once you get it, ground up, then it doesn't separate so bad. And you can totally just shake it up and have it be good. Kind of like Magic Shell.
Now, was it hard to formulate the strawberry one to not taste so much like Nesquik?
Well, the hard part about there's a couple of hard parts about formulation. The one is the amount of flavor and sweetness that you add, because when you put it on the cereal, it dilutes in the milk. And so you got to make it kind of strong. Otherwise, you got to put a ton on there in order to be able to taste it. So
it's definitely.
Oh, I lost you. I lost the audio on you. If you can still hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
All right. I don't know what happened there. I see exactly what happened. My microphone went out for some reason.
It's back.
Hitting on another microphone.
All right.
It's all good. We'll try to make do from there. But what I was saying was, you got it right on the money because it's super thick, super sticky. It's almost like molasses almost, and you can. I'll send you some clips from some of the shows that we've done. I have a habit of chugging it, like some of your videos that they sent.
Nice.
I did the banana one, and it got all over the beard. It was a little mess.
Nice. Well, that's the second hard part about it, is getting the consistency right. So you got to make it a little strong so it doesn't dilute in the milk. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be adding a ton of sugar to your cereal. So, one serving of syrup it's like 30 calories. So it's a pretty small amount of sugar to add into your breakfast. We actually catch a ton of flack about people telling us we're, like the worst part of America, and we're poisoning America's youth, and obesity epidemic and all this sort of thing. But it's actually one serving is a really small amount of sugar, 8 grams or something like that. And so that we did that on purpose so that you wouldn't have to add so much to the cereal in order to get that flavor. But the second hard part is getting the consistency right, because you don't want it to be super thick. Otherwise it sort of sinks down to the bottom, and you end up with it doesn't sort of coat the cereal. So you got to strike a balance between having it be real thin and real thick. So,
well, you guys got it on the money.
Well, it's funny. The first formulation of syrup, we thicken it with something called CMC. It's like it's a thickener, right. Like cellulose gum, basically. The first thickener that we used was a starch-based thickener, and we got the samples from our food scientist, and it had the consistency of sunscreen. When you squirt it out, it was horrifying. It was just the worst. So yeah, the very first set of samples we got was not good. It looked like you were putting hand lotion on your syrup. So we had to reformulate a bit. It took us about a year to get the recipe perfected.
Now, I think the stuff that you guys are using now, they actually use in thickening foods for nursing homes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
To get a good consistency.
Very, very common. Yeah.
Now, what you get tons of videos that we see on your Instagram page of people doing different things with syrup. What's the weirdest thing you've been sent?
Ooh.
Now this is not a family show by any means, so if it does get graphic, which I believe it may in the future if it hasn't already, with syrup in regions you might not want to see.
Well, fortunately, I haven't received many videos in that nature. But it's funny that you would say that. We actually, our latest shipment of marshmallow, you can't actually buy marshmallow right now, even though it's our most popular flavor.
Oh man!
And that's but half of the syrup that sells is marshmallow, and so we're dying because our manufacturer. Anyway, lots of reasons, but they ended up using a wrong ingredient. And so it came back. We have about 3,000 bottles of marshmallow syrup that looks exactly like another bodily fluid. You know what I mean? So it's not fit to ship. So it's just sitting at our warehouse at the moment. And but it's fit for consumption. Oh yeah. It's totally fine. It tastes great. It's amazing. It just looks like something that you wouldn't want to put on your cereal. You know what I mean? we're gonna have to talk off air. Yeah. I might want to get those 3,000 off your hands and rebrand it. Yeah, if you get some specially shaped bottles, I think there's definitely a remarketing opportunity there for the the adult film industry or something. Or just even normal people food erotica. Okay, I don't know much about that particular world, but hey, whatever. People use food for everything. Food is tantalizing. People love it. Most things, especially like syrup-based things, are all, I want to say aphrodisiacs, but they're not really, I guess, scientifically aphrodisiacs. People like to be sticky. Sure. Who doesn't, really? Right. I get it. It's all for fun. And what can be more fun than a word from our sponsors?
Me and my team of whenever we link up, they're gonna be drink up. We still gonna relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the bars when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink ups. So tell the bartender that tended the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell the waitress is waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. No wait and listen, no, they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll kick your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the drizzle.
And you can't forget about Cerup. Now I got to tell you, I would love to throw a Cerup video right on that loop with it. But this thing is amazing to the point where I've mixed it with both of our sponsors
Oh yeah.
already. I've banana cream covered Excalibur, and it was amazing.
Wow.
We've had strawberry and we've had banana cream drinks with the Dizzle. I've tagged you on them on Instagram, and they are amazing. Now
I could totally see doing like a strawberry old fashioned, something like that. Might be
right.
That could be good.
A nice little cocktail. Now we were talking and looking over the flavors, and there's a lot of flavors there that would actually pair well with it. Just before we went to commercial, we asked you. Well, I'm used to my other podcast. There's so many of us. I asked you what was the weirdest thing you were sent that somebody put syrup on. We didn't get to exactly hear too much of it because we went on a little bit of a tangent. What was the weirdest thing that you've been sent?
You know, we just launched in January, so we haven't really been out there that long. So we haven't gotten sent a bunch of stuff. People seem to have gotten onto a craze around cereal bars. So you made Rice Krispie treats, right? That's
right.
That sort of thing. So I've seen just about every kind of Rice Krispie treat made with syrup possible.
That sounds amazing. I'm probably, after this conversation, I'm probably going to go out and get some Rice Krispie treats.
There's a guy in Vegas that is just awesome, and he has a wing business. Like he does delivery chicken wings, and he made like what was it? It's like an orange habanero chicken wing with orange syrup. That was pretty incredible.
With your orange marmalade syrup?
Yeah.
You said it's in Vegas?
Yeah, he's in Vegas. He does like delivery. He doesn't have a storefront yet, but
we gotta take a trip to Vegas.
No, but he's a super good guy. He does the wing delivery. That's cool.
That sounds amazing. Now I just seen actually some new seasonings for chicken wings. They have orange pepper and lime pepper. Where I see some good recipes coming soon.
Oh yeah. I like to do you ever make toad in a hole? Where you
No, what the hell is toad in a hole? I'm almost afraid to ask.
Some people call it egg in a pocket. You take
Oh yes, with the bread?
Yeah, with the bread. You put a little hole in there and you break it into it and cook it. That's real good with syrup drizzled on top. I really like that. Oatmeal is super good with syrup in it, so that's a real good thing. Some people have made
does
smoothies.
Sound amazing.
Some people have made smoothies with syrup, so that's kind of fun. My mom
I would
likes
imagine ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream, super good on it. I mean, anything's good on ice cream.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's good stuff.
Now, when you guys came up with the idea, the pitch, want to base it just solely on syrup? I mean, excuse me, on cereal, knowing that it might take off in other places, or did you did you kind of have the idea to branch off in the full spectrum rather than cornhole yourself?
Yeah, so there are just not a lot of options. It's weird, right? There's like 1,000 options for cereal, but if you want a syrup, there are basically no options. You can buy like chocolate syrup and caramel syrup for ice cream, like, and that's it.
Right.
Maybe strawberry if you count like Nesquik and that sort of thing. And then you've got like the maple syrup category, where you can buy every type of maple syrup. There's even a company that makes maple syrup with glitter in it. Have you seen these guys?
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I seen the Fruity Pebbles one.
Yeah.
I seen the ones at Walmart that kind of have different flavors like blue raspberry and stuff.
Yep.
But they're super thick. You wouldn't think to put it on anything other than pancakes.
And they're all maple flavored. So that's a whole nother category. Even the blue stuff is maple flavored. It's just got a ton of blue food coloring in it. So, which is great. I mean, I put it on pancakes. My kids love it. And then there's a third category that's like your Tirani syrups, like with the big pumps that you put in teas and stuff. They've got a little bit of variety, but they're a lot runnier, and they're mostly in like big bottles that
super expensive.
Yeah, it's super pricey. So that's it, right? So if you want a flavored syrup, you're kind of out of luck, really. You just can't buy any other kind. So as far as I know, we're the only manufacturers of lemon cream syrup or peaches and cream syrup or banana cream. Like nobody makes it, which is crazy. So we got into it to make a cereal topping, which they call drizzles. I found out a cereal drizzle, but people use it for all kinds of stuff. That it's kind of an open question.
Now, is the company name Drizzles?
No. Like, have you seen these syrup bars? Like these cereal these cereal bars.
I have, because I've seen that competition where you put like 3 or 4 different boxes of cereal. Yeah, I've seen that.
These are all over the place. There's one in Salt Lake City near us called Stirs. There's tons of them. There's some in North Carolina. There's lots and lots of these cereal bars. They're super popular. But they, I guess, invented this thing. They call them drizzles, but mostly what it is just chocolate syrup and like drizzled jelly and stuff like that. As far as I can
think
tell,
you just came up with a name for the product that you can't sell.
Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe so. But yeah, so the category we originally developed syrup as a drizzle for cereal, but we're still trying to figure out where the best place in the grocery store is for it. Right now, we're in cereal aisles next to the cereal, but there's some we're thinking that we might potentially do better next to the other syrups, like the chocolate syrup and the caramel syrup and stuff like that. So
you might, because syrup does taste good on pancakes also.
Oh, I love it on pancakes. Banana and peanut butter on pancakes is obscene. It's just so good.
Put a little bit in the batter also. Oh, we made some banana cream waffles the other day. They were amazing.
Preach, brother.
Now, there are companies that'll take the product like what you have now that you can't sell, and they'll sell it to other companies to have off-brand syrup. Are you thinking about making a profit off of that in the future?
Right now we're really focused on building the brand. There aren't any other competitors at this point. So we've talked with a few companies that are interested in like potentially white labeling syrup, making like a store brand of it.
Right.
But we're so small, and we're not as well known as we need to be really in order to do that. In the future, at that point, we're completely on board with doing something like that. But right now, we're trying to get people to even know that this is a thing. And, it seems like there's some hesitance to put syrup on your cereal. But like as soon as anybody tries it, they love it. So we do these like tasting tables at our grocery stores where we're at. And people come in and they're like, really? Cereal on syrup? And then they try it and they're like, where have you been all my life? You know what I mean? So,
my kids were kind of the same way too. They were like, what do you mean syrup for cereal?
Yeah.
This isn't pancakes, Daddy. And when I put it on, they kept wanting to eat it on there. You kind of have to regulate it. You got to put their lock on the syrup bottle, or
There you go.
they'll eat the whole thing. Now the website is amazing. I'll put that up on screen right now.
Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, there you go. That's it.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to put the bottle too close. You want to appreciate the pour.
The drizzle is really fun. It's nice, right? It's kind of a work of art. Some people go in circles, some people go in zigzags. Some people, you may not believe this, they put the syrup before the milk and then they pour the milk on top. Some people put the milk before the cereal, which
that's weird.
A little psychopathic.
I could see the syrup before the milk. There's something unsteady about a person that puts the milk before the cereal.
Yeah, it makes me feel weird to try it. I did
right
doing that, and I was it was unsettled for the rest of the day.
Now, that orange marmalade is gonna get me. I'm gonna have it on some wings.
Yeah, oof, so good. The raspberry on wings, real good.
Yeah, raspberry.
Apple
I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see somebody, wink, wink, using a couple of these in some homemade barbecue sauces.
Oh yeah,
like that orange marmalade will go good with some orange pepper wings.
Mm-hmm.
That apple cinnamon will go amazing with some barbecue sauce on a smoked brisket.
Right on. Some people use chocolate in their rubs. You could make like a chocolate coffee rub, kind of a mocha rub.
Yeah, and there are people that most certainly use peanut butter in a lot of their recipes. Why not substitute the peanut butter for the peanut butter syrup, and you get the best of both worlds? You get the sugar, you get the consistency that you want, and you don't have to melt down the peanut butter for the flavor. It's already there.
Nice crust. Very good. Yeah, absolutely.
I could see putting this on top of something and setting it ablaze and creating the crust like you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, the peanut butter. We toast our own peanuts. So we start with raw peanuts and we toast them and grind them and all that. So I think there's only 4 ingredients in the syrup. It's just peanuts, salt, oil, and sugar.
Now, is the coffee? Is it just like concentrated coffee?
Yeah, we don't add any caffeine or anything like that. It's a coffee flavoring. We've talked about doing that, about having adding in protein or adding in caffeine or adding in other things that you might want to add in. That's.
I bet you if you start adding vitamins in, those Karens will stop complaining about the sugar intake.
We're experimenting right now with some. With using some alternative sweeteners. Like if you try, I love Monsters. You drink Monster energy drinks?
I had to stop drinking them, but yeah, I love the pink one.
I love the pink one, and the white one is so good. Those guys actually, they use sugar alcohols. So the drinks have almost no sugar in them. It's just like 5 calories per bottle. What they do is they put a little bit of sugar and then they add in sugar alcohols like xylitol or some of these others. And those have a sweetness to them, but they don't add any calories to it. So we're experimenting with adding, using sugar alcohols as a way to make a kind of a sugar-free version. So anyway, that's in the works at the moment.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. There's something feels good about putting your own product out there and being successful, but there's something more satisfying about shutting those bastards up that keep complaining about your product.
Well, I've got mixed feelings about the trolls. I'm not super. I'm kind of convinced that about 3/4 of the people that just come and poop on your page with these comments that are just totally like horrible. I'm convinced that about 3/4 of them are like Russian bots or something. Like, I don't think they're even actual people. I think it's just like bad actors, like creating, questionable content. But
I can see that.
Yeah. So who knows? I try to respond. I try to keep it, lively. such as it is. But anyway.
So now on the Amazon page on your website, where I only see two flavors up at the moment. Are those the only two flavors available?
Oh no, there's 9 flavors available. These are just the ones that are highlighted. So if you click on flavors up at in the toolbar up there, you can see them all.
There we go.
So there they are. Our if people try it and want to use it, we would love to get some reviews out there. Right now, our review game is kind of hurting. We most of our reviews are left by people that have never tried the product, and they just don't like the idea of sugar. So you get people from TikTok or Instagram come on and say, and
That
they
doesn't
leave-
make sense. Don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, they leave these things that are called unverified reviews, which is basically a review from somebody that's never tried the product. Well, if they haven't ordered it from Amazon, then they've never tried it. And so, all of our reviews are from folks that have never tried it, but they just like object to sugar on cereal. So it's super frustrating. But
Now,
anybody wants to try it, come and leave an honest review and help us get our numbers up, because the reviews right now are pretty abysmal.
Now I'm asking for a friend who in his old age just so happens to be allergic to peaches now when he's been eating peaches his whole life.
Oh.
Is there peaches in the peaches and cream, or is it just peach flavoring?
It's just peach flavoring right now. So yeah. The strawberry has actual strawberries. A few of the others have some real fruit in them, but the peach right now is a peach flavoring.
Yes. You let me know when they put real peaches in there so I don't die.
Copy that.
Okay, cool.
It's in the ingredients, so you'll know. But
Perfect. Now, I know you're a very busy man trying to get this round, and you're doing a wonderful job, and we do thank you for coming on. Now, is there anything that we haven't spoke about or covered that you want to bring to the masses?
Well, I just want everybody to try it. I feel like it's a really great way to, spice up your breakfast. When I was a kid, we always had like 6 or 7 boxes of cereal in the pantry. You got to have your Rice Chex and your Cheerios and your Captain Crunch and your Frosted Flakes, and so half your pantry is taken up with boxes of cereal. But not anymore. At my house, we've got generic Cheerios and 9 bottles of syrup, and we can make as many flavors as we want. So
great value, everything, and pour syrup on it.
Exactly. Couldn't go wrong.
Now, just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Just because you want more people to get on board, did you ever think about, and it could double for the product I'm about to relate it to, the little travel size boxes of cereal.
Oh, yeah.
That come in multi-packs.
Mm-hmm.
What about having little travel size syrups in the multi-packs? And then you can buy a multi-pack and try them all. And when you love them, because you're going to love them, you buy the bigger bottles.
I love that idea. It's fantastic. No, we've looked into that. We looked into doing the, those little, like you get a ketchup packet at a McDonald's or a Wendy's. We looked into that as well. And we're on the verge of doing it. We've got lots of people asking for those. And so we just need to find the right manufacturer to help us make it. So
now I got to tell you, and I'll leave you with this. I've been racking my brain, like, what in the world, besides syrup and pancakes, can I use that cinnamon toast syrup for? And leftover Popeyes biscuits. And I got to tell you, if you heat up a Popeyes biscuit in an air fryer and throw that on prior and let it caramelize on top, you got yourself a good snack there.
Wow. You know what you could also try is, those blueberry biscuits at Bojangles?
Oh, I love those.
Man, a little drizzle on top of that. That might be real good too.
Oh, yeah.
I love biscuits. There's nothing like a biscuit.
There's nothing like a biscuit. And biscuits and gravy are good, but there's nothing like a biscuit and syrup.
Yeah. Even biscuits and gravy with a little bit of strawberry or raspberry on top might be real good.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, a little sausage gravy. Oh, yeah.
A little bit. Get yourself a a nice spicy glizzy. Throw a little bit of that strawberry syrup on there. Not even. You can get yourself some of that peaches and cream and mix it with a little bit of the chipotle flavored hot sauce you love so much, and
There you go.
you got yourself a nice sauce there.
Ooh.
See, we're giving away the cookbook, Greg. We can't just give it away for free. We got to let these people pay for it.
I love it. I love it.
So, thank you so much for coming on, and have you again. Maybe you bring your partner on and we'll talk a little more, get in depth with it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm totally down. We got to catalog these recipes and do a tasting on the next one. We'll bring
definitely
a whole board of stuff to try.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a vacation from my 9 to 5 and fly up there, and we'll do it in person.
Oh, we'll come to you. It'll be great.
Oh, sounds amazing. I'll set up a nice little banquet hall, and we'll have a nice little Orlando taste testing of syrup.
Oh, sweet. Love it.
All right. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. And remember, if you're not putting syrup on everything, you're not doing it right. Make sure you go to cerup.com and get your fill on the syrup today. And I'm gonna talk to Greg in a second about that erotic syrup. Have a great night. Peace out.